Hello and welcome back to the NK Zagreb save. I am Cultured Left Foot and we are starting our Champions League campaign as Europa League and Super Cup champions, which is absolutely brilliant. We've had one game since the Super Cup and we went and beat Rijeka 2-0. It was very nice. Ratinho scoring and Vicario scoring a penalty as well, picking up a few yellow cards along the way. But no reds, so it doesn't really matter. We are top of the Croatian First Division, as you would expect. We are dominating this league yet again. 6 wins and 1 draw, the only unbeaten team in the league. Good to see Dynamo back up there as well. They're doing pretty well this season, seem to have corrected their errors. They have not qualified for the Europa League because they lost to Werder Bremen, which is very annoying, after beating Carvina and the Gibraltar team, Lincoln Red Imps, I think is their full name. Hajduk, what are they doing? They're into the group stage. They've got drawn against FH, Sevilla and Trabzonspor. So they've got a good chance of getting out of that group. They beat Rangers in their qualifying tournament, or qualifying stages, I guess it is. Osijek finished second. They go into the group stage. No, they lost the Champions League playoff. They got through against Sion 5-0 aggregate and then lost 5-0 aggregate to Feyenoord. And they've got Crystal Palace, not Gorica. They've got Crystal Palace, Rennes, and Braga in the Europa League. Who else? Rijeka. Have I looked at Rijeka? No, they're straight into the group stage. They got Wolfsburg, Dynamo Bucharest, and Spartak Moscow. So that's a pretty tough group for them. I think that's everybody. I think that is looking at everybody now. Istra stayed up, but this season, Ross, you are struggling. Played 7, won none, drawn 1, lost 6. You are... Yeah, your job is at risk, so you may be moving on to yet another job. Every time you lose your job, I do try and bring you back into the fold, and normally you're like, nah, I'm a big dog now, I'm a manager, so I don't need to worry about that. But let's go in and play against FC Porto. First game of the Champions League this season. It's going to be very good. Schalke, so if we get above a 1-0 win, we're going top of the group, which would be very, very nice. Anthony Taylor still refereeing. Does it have their age? 54. I don't think I've ever seen a referee really retire in Football Manager. It's quite interesting. Let's go and do our team selection. Well, I've done the team selection. This is how we're lining up. We're starting out with Orzen in goal, Jeff, Leonardo, O'Dare and Tosic, Garcia, Udina in the middle, Simon, Vicario, Fagundes and Ratinho. Up the top, we will have Cabrera on the bench there. And Lekjaks can't go on the bench either, so we'll just get rid of him for now. Removed from this position. Cabrera on the bench. We want. Oh no! Well, I do want Stoic on the bench, but Jerry, Lechtala, Boccoli, Amaral, and Fernandez, I think. So we've got a striker, winger, attacking midfield, centre back, holding midfield, centre back, midfield, centre back, left back. Centre back midfield. That's a bit too many. Although I haven't really got many other options. Yeah, that'll do then. Right, let's get into it. One player needs a number. Cabrera needs a number. The number 24, my good friend, my fellow Spaniard. I was going to say, but I am not. I'm not Spanish at all. That's probably one of the nationalities, major nationalities I don't have in my heritage. So assertively. We're the underdogs. We've just won the Europa League. Let's say that anyway. Yeah, good. Someone's pissed off about that. Tasic was pissed off about that. So I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. Go out there. End that team talk. I think I've got to put this back on here. I really shouldn't change this. Well, I'm very comfortable now in the game's been out long enough that I know sort of what I need to do for tactics wise, and I don't need to watch the games in full. So. Oh yeah, he's a professional. He's played in front of hostile crowds before. I forgot he's back. Yeah, obviously we signed him on a free transfer from Porto, so it's going to be very interesting to see how Ulysses Udine gets on. I ticked the tick, but yeah, I did put goals on. Okay, Valencia RX player into Erlon, and it's put into O'Dare tries to get the Ronaldo picks it up into Erlon again. Ball in, Tosic heads it away. Urina robs the ball. Great ball out to Ratinho on the left hand side. He tries to put a cross in, but it's blocked. Ilke is there. He goes long. O'Dare with a header. It's poor. Ronaldo picks it up. Runs at the defence into Holligan. He shoots, hits the post. And Jeff gets it away. And Porto have the first real attack of the game. 2 shots to them. None on target. We haven't mustered a shot in the game yet. So we need to get a bit more out of the players. But yeah, I mean, the interesting thing with this tactic is that we ask Simon and Vicario to sit wider. Even though they're playing in the middle, we ask them to sit wider, and then Ratinho just drifts around a little bit, and Fagundes also does do a bit of drifting. But again, we're not really getting into this game at the moment. Let's just go positive and see if they allows us to hold the ball a bit more. Saslein up to Nunes for Porto, down the line to Erlon. His cross is blocked. Garcia comes forward with it. Simon lays it into Ratinho. He goes over the top looking for Fagundes. Now he needs men in the box, but there's no one there, and his cross is blocked. Ortiz into Sassian. Valencia. Poor clearance. Vicario picks it up. Udena into Ratinho. Out to Tosic. A bit of space for the left back. His cross is blocked. Keeps it in play. Lays it back to Udena. Back to Tosic. Garcia on the edge. Bends it. Just past the post. Unlucky. It's only our second shot of the game, as there's half an hour gone. We're not really doing what I want in this game. We're not controlling it. We're not getting enough in it. We might have to just switch up the formation. Erlon out to Iker. Iker beats his man, gets in. Ronaldo's there and fires it home. His 5th goal of the season. Is he as good as he is? He's a Portuguese Ronaldo. He's very good, actually. 26 years old. They bought him for 15 million. 20 goals in 32 games last season. Yeah, not too bad at all. We should be probably marking him a bit tighter. But we're 1-0 down, half an hour in. And maybe this formation isn't suited to European football. Although we did just beat Man United in the Super Cup, albeit not really their first team. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, struggling a little bit in the middle. Maybe they're struggling to get through this bank of 4, so we need to play a little bit wider. But we'll see. We will see. 45 minutes gone into injury time. Probably see us through to half time. So we can change it up quite easily with the players that we've got, which is good. Yes, it is disappointing. It is, Marco. I will 100% agree with you. So, yeah, we can mix it up quite easily into something like this, or something like, well, that's a 5 at the back. I don't really want to play that. We can mix it up into sort of, our patented formation that we've played previously. I think we might give it a go, because we can put Ratinho out there, Fagundes up front, Vicario sits in here, Garcia stays there, Urina can come here, Simon, who is playing, well, he's playing better than Vicario actually, so we'll do it that way round. Vicario can come off to be replaced by Jerry, and then we just get these guys playing as we want. Central midfield on attack, you can be a deep line playmaker on support. Urina can drop in, we've got the wing backs there, and just got to make sure all of this is on lower tempo, fairly narrow, all through the middle. Not fussed about that, don't need to pass into space. Let's go for a standard tempo, run at the defence, do all of this good stuff. Obviously this is how the team know how to play it as well. They're used to this formation. Counter press and counter, short kicks to anyone in the defence. Let's go and get right in their faces, and we'll use the offside trap. Start the second half. So a few tactical switches. Fagundes up front on his own. Doesn't normally do too well as a lone striker, but if we create him the opportunities, you never know. He'll hopefully take one of them. So 2-0 up. No, we're not. We've had 2 shots. We're 1-0 down. You're an idiot, Dave. Let's go attacking. I just don't like this this block. It's really hard to get through. Tosic, Simon, back to Tosic, into Simon again. Ball in. Jerry's there over the bar. Just skimmed the top of the bar, but we're starting to get into the game a little bit more. We have to just make some subs. Garcia not having the best of games, and Fagundes up front not playing the best either. We do have a slight lack of options. We'll do Fernandez on for Garcia in that role. We might have to bring out the old Mazzala in the central midfield. It just encourages the player to run forward a bit more. I know Tosic has picked up a knock, but he's going to have to stay on, I think, because I don't really want to take him off. We'll go Mazzala on attack so that he runs into the channels forward. And then the last sub will probably be Lechtala for Fagundes, and we'll put Ratinho up front with 15 minutes to go. We've not had a shot on target. Very rare that we're held out of a game like this. Fagundes off, Lechtala on. You go and sit out there, and Ratinho can go up front. But yeah, 10 minutes to go, and we are being kept out. Simon picks it up, shoots from range, and Maycole makes the save. A corner. Jerry will take it, left footed, in swings it towards Simon. He keeps it in play, crosses blocked. There's another corner, 5 minutes to go, and yeah, we need a goal here. Jerry over the ball, back stick looking for Tosic. Simon will pick it up, keeps it in play, but can only just keep it in play for the clearance, and we might be starting the Champions League off with a loss, which is a little bit annoying. We're going to go into injury time. No, that's not the one I want. Let's drop you back here. You're definitely not wingers, you guys, but let's go for that. Just put an attacking midfielder in there for the injury time. No, that's going to be it, I think. Nunez throws it in. Holguin back to Erlon. We are going to start the Champions League with a loss. Tosic intercepts well up to Ratinho. Jerry flicks that on but can't get there. Rog into Saslan. Back to Rog. And there's the full-time whistle. We start the Champions League off with a loss. Not brilliant. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. I'm not going to say I've got sympathy with you. I'm going to say I'm not very happy with that at all. And next up is Dynamo. That is not very good. Maybe back to the old drawing board with that one, I think. We'll be back for the game against Zagreb Dynamo. The Zagreb Dynamo? No, Zagreb Derby against Dynamo. See you then. Okay, welcome back for the game. We've gone back to our more traditional formation that we know and love. We're mixing it up a little bit because, well, we've got to, because we're a bit short of fitness. So they're lining up in a 4-2-3-1, which is fine. We've come up across that a lot of times. Ayorzan is in goal. Lekja, Stojic, Amaral comes in for his debut at centre back, and Bacoli at left back to replace Tosic, who's got a slight knock. Vidovic comes in at holding midfield. Fernandez and Vicario make up a midfield back that we probably would have been very happy with like 3 seasons ago. Jerry on the right, Nikola Tesla on the left, and Ratinho starts up front. We do want to do this for the fans. We're going to give the fans a performance to cheer for, yes. And then passionately I have faith. Passionately I have faith. Because it's a derby game, an important game, the passionately I have faith is good. Are they playing Gerby? They are. Now Gerby was the person flagged up as their playmaker. So I want to have him tightly marked, and I want to show him onto his weaker foot, and I want to go and crump him. Now, crump is a great term because it's not rude and it means hurt someone really hard or fly through the back of them, sort of thing. He's just a little short of match sharpness. Can you tell us why he isn't involved today? He's being rested because he's got a knock. So that's actual truth. Normally, when I just drop someone because they've pissed me off, I say that, but it's actual truth today. So new back 2, Stojic and Amaral. See how they get on. Actually, it's a new back 4 today. Lekjak, Stojic, Amaral and Bacoli never played together before. But Castano goes long. Scotty brings it down. Back to Jara, into Lee. Gerby, out to Yara. Yara, ball in, and Bassar's there. And it's 1-0 Dynamo inside 7 minutes. That's not what we want, is it? That is not what we want. It was a well-worked goal, to be fair. Lee to Gerby. We're trying to pressure him, but it wasn't really a flying-in tackle. And Jara's there. Puts a good ball in. Bassar on the end of it. Ayorzan's beaten. And it's 1-0 Dynamo Zagreb, which is a big turn-up for the books. Because we're better than them. Ratinho, long way out. It's a poor clearance. Jerry fires it in on his left foot. First goal of the season on his return to Zagreb. Jerry fires it in. A pretty poor clearance. Ratinho was a pretty rubbish free kick put in. Lee with a terrible clearance. Jerry on the volley. And we immediately make it 1-1, which is great, to be honest. It's very nice. With our first shot, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. It's Football Manager for you. But yeah, we need to up it. Nikola Tesla has suffered a twisted knee. For those late to the series, his name isn't Nikola Tesla. That's a nickname we've given him. Was Jerry's name actually Jerry, or was that a nickname? No, his name was always Jerry. I thought we gave him that nickname for some reason. Bocoli up to Fernandez, who's got a lot of space, into Tesla. Out to Vicario. Vicario up to Jerry, the goal scorer. Ball in for Ratinho, but couldn't get his body round it. It goes the wrong side of the post. And that's a little bit of a shame. Let's demand more from them. 6 attempts, 2 on target. They've had 3 and 2 on target. We are away. We are at Maximir. So hopefully we can be alright. Oh, the stadium is getting expanded again, I think. I don't think I told you before the Super Cup. Oh, that is not a red card. No further action. Good. I say the ball clearly moved, so he must have got a little bit of the ball. But yeah, we're not doing very well at the moment. I'm wondering what we need to change. Selakovic, ball in. Gerby's hit the bar. Stojic clears. And we got the other end and win a free kick ourselves. Vicario. Stojic with a header. First goal of the season. Is that his debut? No, but he has scored against his old team. He used to play for Dynamo Zagreb, and that's a lovely header at the back post. Vicario swung it in. Stojic just unmarked. And the keeper's going to be pissed off with that at the near post. Really should be doing better. But as we get to half time, it looks like we're going to go in 2-1 up, which is probably slightly undeserved. Gerby to Lee, back to Gerby. Out it goes to Jara. Jara tries to put a cross in. Selekovic is there. He puts the ball back in. Pina was left unmarked at the back post. And, okay, that was... They nearly scored. Corner. Again, swung in. Gerby's there. He heads it over the bar. Quite a couple of inches over, so not really troubling the goalkeeper. 2-1 at half-time. Things are going well. I know you're capable of even better. And then assertively, I have faith. We're going to tell them, this is... So we're telling them they haven't done too bad. We're saying it assertively, which means they know they can do better. I'm just wondering, what do we change here? We'll go slightly more attacking. Don't need to play as wide. Let's not run at them as much. All this stuff's fine. Let's go right in their face. I want to try and get an early goal, I think. They're putting in crosses, aren't they? So let's go... They scored from a cross, so let's try and block the cross by defending a little bit wider. Selakovic, but Delic into Pina from the off, and he's picked up a knock, and we've won the ball back. Well done, Jerry, who's then fouled by Pina. Or Pena, that might be. But yeah, maybe... Yeah, we've played around with variations of this formation a lot, and we've got it working in certain situations and not so much in other situations, but yeah, I don't know. I like the central 2 attacking midfielders, 2 midfielders, because we've got a really good squad to do that. Selakovic puts it in, it's headed away by Vidovic. Selakovic tries to put another ball in. Oh, it's bouncing around Oyarzun. What a save that is. That's a great reflex save, to be honest. And he keeps it a 2-1 to us, and we're just not really settling down as much. I'm going to do Fernandez off for Urina coming on, who was a little bit tired, which is why he didn't start, but he should be able to come on and see the game out and control it for us in the middle. Lekchak's not playing the best. I don't know if we've got a right back that can come on to replace him. I don't think we do. Vesanovic can play out there. McQuillan's a left back. Yeah, it's an interesting one. And Ratinho's picked up a knock as well. That is annoying that Ratinho's picked up a knock. We'll bring on Fagundes to replace him, and we'll just whack you up there as what you want to be as an advanced forward, sitting on the last man sort of thing. But yeah, we just 4 minutes to go. Let's drop it down to positive. In fact, let's go all the way down to balanced, just to try and keep the ball a little bit more. There's 5 minutes of injury time. I know there's been a few yellow cards and a few injuries, but that seems quite excessive. Lekjak's now getting back into the game on a 7. The other thing is, our team's used to us playing such attacking football now. Now, do we need to hold off the throttle a little bit? As Tesla will pick this one up, this will probably be the end of the game, and it is. So we get a good 2-1 win away at Dynamo. They made us work for it. They did, but we came out of it the other end and did really well. A 2-1 win keeps us unbeaten and now gives us even more comfort at the top of the table. Yeah, 6-point gap now at the top, which is good. And it's always good to go out there and beat your rivals, isn't it? So Ratinho out for 1 to 3 days. Amaral makes his debut, which is good. Post-match press conference and the assistant, and we maintain our winning streak of 5, which is very, very good. We'll be back for another Champions League game, I think. When this just finishes loading, we'll go and have a look at the schedule, and we'll go into it. But yeah, it's Europa League is done. We can tick that one off. It's following a very similar trajectory to the NK Maribor save. We've got Schalke at home. Should we come back for Schalke at home? I mean, Feyenoord's a bit shit, isn't it? I don't think we need to play Feyenoord. Yeah, we'll come back for Schalke at home, and then see where it takes us. So that's when we'll be back in 2 games' time. We'll be back to go and play Schalke, and then we'll see if Ross Jacobs, if you're still in a job, Ross, we'll be playing you in that episode as well. We'll be playing against Istra, and if you're not, we might still play them and then put them out there, like tell them this wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have sacked Ross, because I assume we're gonna absolutely smash you. But yes, thank you everybody so much for watching. Your support on these videos, and the channel is really, really good. I am going to be doing my channel update video. I'll probably be recording it this week, maybe tomorrow actually, because we've got a public holiday in Singapore tomorrow, so I plan to spend most of the day by the swimming pool enjoying the weather, but it's actually not been very good this week, so we'll see what it's like. But I'm rambling again. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Go and check out the Football Talk podcast. Let's just search for Football Talk on YouTube and it'll come up, or on SoundCloud, or on Spotify. We're getting lots of traction on the podcast now, which is great. But thank you so much for watching. I'm rambling. Merchandise is below, Patreon link is below. I'm out. Cheers.